So you're here because you're planning to go to the island of Koh Samui.
Or maybe you're already there.
Look no further, because in this video, we'll be sharing not only what we got up to during our 2-week stay, but we'll give you all of the insights to our favorite accommodation, places you must pay a visit, and our favorite day trips around and off the island, and so much more.
So I say, let's jump right into it.
But first,
if you're new here, allow us the pleasure to introduce ourselves. I'm Kayvon.
I'm Shannon.
And we are New York Nomadic.
Welcome to our travel channel.
So we had some pretty crazy, fun, and challenging adventures these past couple of years. It is all added up to finally starting this channel. So whether you're here for tips and tricks or for the journey itself, hit subscribe and follow along. We have so much travel content to share.
Overwhelming amount, actually.
And a ton more planned. Like all of our videos, everything is geared towards backpacking, so you could be fully prepared for that dream trip of yours. Now, let's actually get started.
Welcome to a backpacker's guide to Koh Samui.
Yeah. How to get there. If you're just arriving in the country, unless you fly directly to the island, you'll most likely be landing in Bangkok.
From there, you can hop on an overnight sleeper train.
From Surat Thani, you'll take a shuttle to a ferry. This costs about $20. Aside from our train tickets, we booked the rest of our journey through p.goo.gl.
Thailand is great at accommodating tourists, so it is pretty easy to get around the whole country, even by bus. If you're short on time, Koh Samui Airport is apparently very nice, but if you're a budget backpacker like us, traveling by land and sea will save you a lot of money.
Where to stay?
So aside from what hotel to stay in, you'll first have to figure out which part of the island best aligns with the type of trip you're trying to have. So first, let's start with Muang Beach.
Wild time.
Muang Beach is crazy.
Please let us know what you find crazier, Muang, Bangla Road, or Koh San Road.
Anyway, this is probably the best place for backpackers, especially if you're traveling solo, because this is going to be your best place to meet fellow backpackers. With a ton of hostels, guest houses, and moderately priced hotels, there's a great beach. You'll also find great food and drink options, including a ton of places to party.
I think you could party in every place there.
Anywhere you go.
Everywhere in Muang's a party.
Muang itself is the party. Regardless of the party, we chose to stay at Lub D Hostel/hotel.
Beautiful, by the way. It was such a gorgeous hostel. It's a little bit pricey,
but it was totally worth it because they got 2 pools, they have a great atmosphere, great people working there, you got the beach right out back, there's a swing on the beach, and the food. The food was really good at Lub D. It was probably one of my favorite food spots in Muang, unfortunately, but it was really good. I had lunch there every day.
Yeah, you didn't leave.
Well, I got hurt, but whatever. The rooms were really comfortable and they were always beautifully made up. Now, we stayed in a private room, but we heard nothing but good things about the dorms as well. There's also a washing machine and dryer on the premises. And aside from a ton of tours that they offer, there's also daily events and a pub crawl, which Shannon and I deem as probably one of the best pub crawls that we went on in Thailand.
Or just in general, actually. It was such a fun night.
They offer this at least once a week. Just inquire when you get to the hotel.
It was the host, Ollie. He made our time there. Shout out to you, Ollie.
Shout out, Ollie.
So now, if you're not the kind of backpacker that likes a ton of partying and loud music constantly playing, we recommend to head down the coast a bit and stay near Lamai Beach. Here we actually stayed in some colorful bungalows that were very beautiful. It was called New Hut Bungalow. And this area also has like decently priced hotels and resorts, of course, but we liked our little bungalow, especially as budget travelers. $22 a night for the private one, which had its own bathroom and AC. You could get one for half the price, but you do have a fan and a shared bathroom. It is very well kept.
And the space is a little bit smaller.
Yeah, one thing I have to say, the Wi-Fi, you can't connect in any of the bungalows, but they do have a restaurant and bar on site that you could connect to there. It's really good. And so is the food and drink. Oh my goodness. The Penang. Their Penang curry was by far my favorite in Thailand. So if you're going there, definitely get the Penang. The family that runs it is so sweet. They'll do anything for you. Anything you ask. They'll book tours, arrange transportation, and it's really nice to give back to a local family.
Finally, the last place I would look into staying, especially if you're with kids, would be near the Fisherman's Village. There's a lot of hotels and resorts. The village itself has a nice walking strip. It's lined with all types of restaurants, famous street food, and plenty of souvenir stalls. We have a few places to recommend, but we're gonna get further into that later on. As far as places to stay near the Fisherman's Village, to be honest, we didn't really look into it too much because we kind of already had our places planned out. Let's get into things to do in Koh Samui. Now, I know you're wondering, how am I supposed to get from this place to this place and from this place to this place in Koh Samui? And you're probably gonna want to go ahead and rent a motorbike. So the place that I went to rent a bike, it was, I believe,
$250 per day.
$250 per day.
We'll link it below.
And just do us a favor, wear your helmet. Please be very, very careful when you're driving on the streets of Muang or anywhere in Koh Samui or even anywhere in Thailand when you rent a bike. The roads are really dirty. I speak from experience, so...
Yeah, he felt like his first day on the bike.
Just don't be too overconfident when you're riding. So yeah, that happened. Definitely humble yourself when you get on.
Humbled you real quick, didn't it? Even if you are an experienced driver, just take it easy and wear your helmet.
Wear your helmet. You don't want to crack your head open in Thailand. It's definitely not the move.
So some of our favorite day trips included Eng Thong National Marine Park. They offer...
Sorry.
They offer okay snorkeling. I think the time that I was there was right after a storm, so the visibility wasn't that great, so maybe that added to it. The viewpoints and the islands that they bring you to are just stunning. We fed the pigs of Mad Sum Island, as you guys saw in our previous vlog. They were so cute, weren't they?
They were, and if you haven't watched it, what are you waiting for?
Go watch it.
Watch it!
After this video, though. And lastly, we visited the various waterfalls around Koh Samui. This actually makes for a great day trip because they're all within the same area. And if you're staying in Lamai Beach, you're closer to the waterfalls. I think it's only like a 20-minute drive to them. Just a great day to ride scooters and be out and about on the island. The famous Lamani Beach for sunrise. Our friends ended up getting engaged on Christmas morning just as the sun came up, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
Sunrise was also really great from where we were staying, New Hut Bungalow. That's actually where we watched it. But right across the bay, you can see Crystal Bay, and I'm sure there will be a beautiful setting for the sunrise as well. You can go to a Muay Thai fight. Kayvon actually went to a really great one. Tell them about it.
Yeah, there was a lot of cameras recording and stuff. This wasn't like your little mom and pop Muay Thai training session. Nah, this was like real deal. Like, I'm talking like these dudes were going punch for punch, elbow for elbow, throwing kicks. I saw one dude got carried out of there in a stretcher. It was pretty wild. It was a little bit expensive. Definitely worth the experience. I think it was 1,500 Thai baht, and it includes a snack and a drink. 1,500 baht converts to about $40 US, give or take.
But you're getting a professional Muay Thai fight. The one I went to was much sweeter. It was actually like, they were like more of like a dance, and it was these two old men.
She likes the sweet Muay Thai fights. Like,
and they were.
You want to go see a sweet Muay Thai fight? Go
Because
take her
a lot
recommendation.
aside from the professionals, a lot of these Muay Thai fighters are actually there to make money and for their family. So when they're versing each other, at least the fights that I watch, they're not trying to kill each other, because then if you injure their opponent, then they can't fight the next week. Therefore, their family can't have the means it needs for the week.
These guys I saw were like, ba 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 ba.
And then the guys I saw were sweet old men just being like, bah, bah.
Some quick suggestions would be to visit the Fisherman's Village.
Like we mentioned about 3 times already.
Definitely going to want to head over to Coco Tam's, and you're going to want to get to see this fire show. It was probably the best fire show that we've seen in Thailand.
Let's just say it's very interactive.
Yes. Besides the fire show, just to go down there for dinner and a drink,
wine and dine on the beach.
It's a really nice night out. Just gives you something to do other than party in Muang. Oh, and we forgot to mention one of the coolest bars we've ever been to, Rock Bar. If they have an event going on at night, definitely go check it out. Otherwise, we found it to be more of a day place to relax and chill.
Now, everyone's favorite part, the food. So we don't have a ton of recommendations for you guys, but we do have a couple. I won't lie, we were eating a lot at New Hut Bungalow and Lub D, as we mentioned earlier. But we do have to say the Indian place next to Lub D was really mouth-watering Indian food. It was so delicious, and they have a little good prefixed meal deal. Oh, there was the Irish pub we had Christmas dinner at.
Yeah.
I would say phenomenal Christmas dinner. Made us feel right at home.
Well, that's if our home was in England, but...
It's similar to what we eat here for Christmas dinner, so I enjoyed it thoroughly.
It was basically a Sunday roast. If anybody knows what a Sunday roast is, that's what it was for Christmas dinner. It hit the spot.
And our friends who are from England did give it the 10 out of 10 would recommend. Aside from that, we ate a lot of street food, which you can't go wrong in Thailand. We can make a whole video about our favorite street food if you guys want some recommendations. Fisherman's Village, like we said, it's lined with bars and restaurants and street food. We did have pizza while we were there, remember?
Yeah, it was decent.
It was good. Not by Italian or New York standards, but definitely decent pizza.
It did the job. It got the job done. It ain't like Costa Rica, huh?
So after Koh Samui, we actually headed to Koh Tao to ring in the new year diving. Well, some of us only ended up attempting to dive, but
it is what it is.
That's for the next vlog. But to keep you guys a little updated, after our Thailand series is complete, and don't worry, we have a ton more videos to go, we'll be jumping back into our Central America series. We actually have some exciting news centering that thought. So we didn't stay in Southeast Asia as long as we planned and intended to, like we said in our previous video. We actually had to come home for some personal and family reasons. Did thoroughly travel Thailand. Of course, there's always more to see. Now, we're here to report back on all that we did accomplish. We do have some more travel plans to look forward to. We're headed back to Central America. Yay! And for the best reason ever, our friends are getting married in the beautiful Lake Actalan in Guatemala. Without giving away a ton, after the festivities, we'll be hitting up all of the countries that we missed on our previous trip, as well as revisiting some of the ones we already did. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be heading a little further down south to some exciting new countries to be explored.
Maybe.
So stay tuned.
I don't know if I'm ready.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video.
If you found this guide helpful, please give us a thumbs up. Also, feel free to check out our other guides as we put out more content from Thailand. If you have any suggestions whatsoever, even want to let us know what you guys want to see more of, please let us know.
As well as any questions you may have. We'll leave our other socials in the description if you'd like to give us a follow on there. We're definitely way more up to date on our travels on other platforms, as well as any of our recommendations for Koh Samui, of course, will be down there. For now, we can't thank you guys enough, or kapun ka.
Kapun ka.
And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Peace. New York.